Hello. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching. What is good, guys? I am Jade if you're new here. So you guys, a quick update on the case against Chidinma Ojukwu, the 21-year-old University of Lagos student who's been accused of ending her lover Michael Ataga's life. As you may or may not know, the case is currently, or should I say the case has now resumed currently in court, and it appears that Chidinma is claiming self-defense just based on some of the things that she's coping to. In court, Chidinma admitted that she unalived Michael, but contrary to the beliefs of Michael's friends and maybe relative, Chidinma says she did it without no help. She says she acted alone and she's taking full responsibility for everything that happened. Like I said, she's claiming self-defense. While speaking to the judge in court today, Chidinma goes into full details on how she carried out the act. And speaking to the court, Chidinma said the following: "After I got to the place on Sunday, we were smoking loud, drinking, watching movies, and then I went to get food. The drug we were taking got finished and I ordered another one and went downstairs to get it from the delivery guy in the morning." That was on June 14, 2021. Then on Tuesday, we drank and smoked loud. I added Ruffino to his drink and we had sex. I was on the bed and he was on the chair. Then later, he started disturbing me for more sex. I was tired, and after struggling with him, he had his way and still wanted more. He wanted it, he was no longer himself, and I thought he was no more interested in sex, only for him to return to the bed to ask me for more sex. I pushed him away, which resulted in him hitting his head against a stool that had a glass. He had a cut on his leg and he became weak. I got a knife and I stabbed him in the neck, ribs, and stomach so that he would not be able to harm me. I tied his hands with handkerchief. His blood was out and I was scared." End of quote. So this is what she basically, some of the things anyways that she said. And I guess this is important because some members and friends of Michael Ataga who have seen the postmortem have said that from what they saw, it did not appear that she acted alone. So I guess the insinuation by Michael's friends and relatives is basically that it was a setup. So they're essentially basically saying that Chidinma was basically a bait, that those people operating from behind the scenes, Chidinma was a bait that they used to get to Michael Ataga. I guess, I'm not exactly sure what he did for a living. I understand from what I have read that he had a TV station or something. He was a media person, a traditional media type person, So basically the people have the belief that Chidinma was a bait to get to him. It was a situation whereby there are people who he's in competition with, and so they wanted him out of the way, and so they used Chidinma. And also I want to quickly say this, you keep hearing, me personally anyway, because I've never heard of the word loud before. When she first mentioned that they were drinking loud, I thought maybe it was a situation whereby a bunch of people are drinking and getting rowdy and getting loud. But then I got to understand that loud is a name brand of what they were drinking. So they were drinking loud. So it wasn't as if they were being rowdy. They were drinking and being rowdy. So that kind of confused me a little bit because I've never heard of the brand loud before. So I just assumed that they meant, I just assumed that she meant they were drinking loud, being loud or whatever. But yeah, it was maybe a situation of a bad, somebody that had it for him, plotting and using what be her name, Chidinma Ojukwu, to get to Michael Ataga. That's the gist of what I am getting from this, from what friends of Michael are saying, that it was not a situation of self-defense as she's claiming. It was not a situation of something that was unplanned that just went out of hand. They are of the opinion, of the belief that they use, that there are some people, some operators who are acting behind the scenes, used Chidinma Ojukwu to get to Michael Ataga because of maybe bad business deal or something or the other, And I have to say this, I think I don't know what happened. I don't know the kind of relationship that Michael Ataga had with his wife, but I think that the way the woman has carried herself throughout this whole situation has been very graceful. Maybe because the circumstances surrounding her husband's unaliving, maybe because it was too embarrassing for her to even show her face, or maybe she's trying to protect her children from further embarrassment. But for whatever reason, whatever reason she has definitely earned my respect. Not that it matters anyways, but I'm still going to give her my respect anyway. So I think she has handled this with grace. It is just so unfortunate. And not just for Michael Ataga and his wife and family or whatever, but also for everybody involved. Like when I look at the pictures, the court pictures, and I see how young Chidinma's co-defendants are, it really breaks my heart how the society failed these girls and how their parents failed these girls. And I know I have gotten in a lot of trouble for basically blaming Chidinma's mother. But if you want to be the other person who think the mother did nothing wrong in all of this, by all means, knock yourself out. You don't have to agree with me. It is my opinion. I feel like the mother, Chidinma's mother, definitely dropped the ball, considering how old she was when the mother basically turned her back on her child. Like she was 11 years old, she was 10 years old, and her mom pretty much said, "I'm done with you," pretty much washed her hands off of this child. So for me, I don't know, that just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know how anybody can reconcile this and somehow not hold Chidinma's mother responsible, hold her responsible for the way her life has turned out now. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. She was a kid when the mother basically tossed her out and said, "Go ye into the world and fend for yourself." I guess it was because the mother remarried and she was very concerned about making her marriage work, and she didn't want Chidinma to be the distractor. She didn't want Chidinma to be the person or whatever that causes her marriage to fail. And so she essentially chose her husband over her child. Let's call it what it is. That is what happened here. The woman did not want to lose her marriage because, from what I understand, Chidinma's father passed away, and so she was a widow for a while until she got married. And so when Chidinma started acting unruly, instead of her to maybe pay more attention to her child or try to help her resolve what was going on, the mother chose to essentially shift her away, shifting the responsibility to somebody else. And how can you not see that part of that was why Chidinma was the way she was, or the way that she is? I don't know how you guys can reconcile that, but okay. But on that note, this is how I'm going to end this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.